got your surf gun?
I sure do.
So I've had the opportunity, to shoot with a lot of people across America. I've trained with other instructors, and what I found was that this is pretty much the prevailing grip that's out there, okay, in the community. Basically, you grab the weapon, you place your middle finger up underneath the trigger guard, okay. Your grip is not so tight; it's just enough to keep the gun from jumping out of your hand. Your other hand is doing all the work, your support hand, right? And so we have the space here in the weapon, on the grip. And what we're going to do is we're going to place this portion of my thumb, okay, the meaty portion of my hand, we're going to place it in that space right there so that my support thumb is now riding right alongside the lower part of the weapon, just above the trigger and below the slide. And it looks like this. Now my index finger is also going to be directly up underneath the trigger guard, just like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cock my wrist just like this, as far as I can get it, right? And that's what I'm going to place in there, and I'm going to grab and I'm going to squeeze with this hand. It's going to do all the work. And if I do that properly, what happens is it's like a vice grip. Joe mentioned it earlier. You basically are pinching this gun between two hands. And if you do it properly, you can't really even lock your elbows all the way out. Okay, it depends on everybody's body's a little bit different. I can just a little bit, but most guys can't do it. Their elbows will be bent just a little bit because they're putting so much pressure on this grip. They're pancaking the gun together, and this locked wrist is keeping your elbows from turning all the way out. Now, why do I want to lock my wrist? So this is the key to this technique. By locking the wrist, what it allows you to do is fire rapidly, faster, okay? We talked about, well, I've heard somebody mention it earlier about double taps. So we talked about double taps. What is a double tap? Actually, a double tap is nothing more than a controlled pair, okay? That means you fire two single shots, applying the fundamentals with each shot as rapidly as you can, keeping it under control. It's not pull the trigger as fast as you can. Anybody can do that. It's firing two shots under control. That means applying front side picture, front side alignment, trigger press, all those fundamentals on every shot. So you're firing two shots consecutively, rapidly, but under control is what we're doing. Now what happens is, we can get the first shot off. If we apply all the fundamentals, that's easy. Boom, the first shot goes off. But if we don't have a good grip, in particular, if we have a gun that's a bigger caliber, like a 45, we may get a little bit more flip in that gun or recoil. Okay, so we have to get that gun back in alignment, get the gun level, pick up the sights again, and take that second shot. Okay, time is everything. Okay, when we talk about a gunfight, we're not talking about seconds and minutes. We're talking about tenths of a second. The guy that can recover faster on a shot and get back on target has a better chance of winning the fight, right? And applying those fundamentals. So speed is important. The speed comes from reapplying those fundamentals as quickly as you can, not how fast you can pull the trigger. Look, you can't miss fast enough. All right, so it needs to be a controlled shot, but everything else needs to be as fast and as efficient as you can make it. Okay, and normally in the firearms world, we talk about smooth is fast, right? And the smooth comes from being able to apply all the fundamentals in the right sequence, in the right order, properly. That's when your speed comes to you. So the grip, what it allows me to do, it allows the gun not to flip. It keeps the gun nice and level, so I can pick my sights up faster, apply the fundamentals faster, and take that second shot faster. Okay, so this really is the key to successfully shooting. Not only single shots, but multiple shots is the support hand and this grip. A lot of times when I teach students, right, they're all over the place, and they're like, they can't figure out what they're doing. They're squeezing too hard, they're anticipating recoil, and they're pushing the gun, or they're pulling the gun down, whatever. What I'll tell, especially, and I love new shooters, people have never fired before. Those are the easy ones to train, right? Because they have no bad mistakes ingrained in them already. And what I tell them to do is focus on this grip. I said, don't do anything but focus on this grip. And I tell them, take this support thumb, okay, and pretend like you're pointing a support thumb at all your targets. I'm going to shoot that target, that target, that target with this thumb, okay? And that's what you're going to basically do. You tell them to focus on this grip, this thumb, and they forget about all the other mistakes they're making. They just do it. And all of a sudden their shooting improves just like that. I'm like, wow, that was like magical. I said, yeah, because you focused on the support hand. So that's very key. And I see people teaching it all the time. They just grab the gun like this, they don't cock their wrist, and they're still having a lot of flipping the gun and nothing's happening. But they look cool, but it's not proper. It should actually be very uncomfortable. If you cock your wrist properly and you grab this gun, it's not very comfortable. But it works, and that's the whole reason behind it.
Hey, my free flash giveaway is still going on. There are still some of these Titans left. This is a foot-long, full-tank, fixed blade knife for 70 bucks, but I'm giving it away to the first 200 guys who get to the link in the description. Just pay shipping, and I'll rush one out to you right away. Back to our video.
The other thing I'd like to just add about the grip, when you go to draw, you better be getting a proper grip. Now, when you grab the gun, if you grab the gun down here and you don't get it high in the saddle like this, and you grab it like this, you can cause a malfunction. It's called limp wristing. So instead of the gun, the slide going back and forth when you have a good grip like Dale was saying, instead of it flipping like this, the slide should just basically go but if you limp wrist it, now the gun is actually moving in your hand, and instead of the slide going to full cycle, it'll go to half cycle. You just caused a malfunction. That happens. I've actually seen it. I've seen it with a lot of women. Grip's really important. If you, especially in fitness, that's people talking about, why so much grip? Right here. Guys, if you got a badass grip, ladies got a badass grip, you can control this gun. So that was the other thing I just wanted to add. Make sure you get high. Every gun's got one. It's called a saddle. You want your hand all the way up there. And when you go grab your gun out of the holster, you better be getting it the right way the first time, because guess what? That's what you got. You're not going to reseat your hand. When that gun comes out and you're holding it like this, that's what you got. And that's not what you want.
Thanks for watching our video lessons here at TRS Direct. Hit the like button down below and consider subscribing to our channel here on YouTube. Hit the bell icon and we'll send you a notification when there's a new lesson available. Thanks again for watching.